If you're trying to lose weight and you're feeling confused, overwhelmed, or like nothing is working, I'm going to simplify it for you, because weight loss is not as complicated as it seems, but it does require something that most people avoid, which is consistency and maybe a sprinkle of discipline.
It's Dreon Sabri.
Hi, I'm Dreon Sabri, and today we're going to talk about 4 things that we can do to see weight loss results, because sometimes it's just easy to feel stuck. So these are 4 things I always tell people, like, if you're really trying to lose weight. I made a video about Ozempic and do you need Ozempic or do you need discipline, and the things I talk about today falls into the things that you would do if you're trying to be disciplined. So number 1, we have to be in some sort of a calorie deficit, and I'm not telling you to eat like 1200 calories a day. I am not spreading that kind of misinformation. We need to be eating a little less calories than our bodies expend. So there's a bunch of TDEE calculators online where you could kind of gauge how much calories you should be consuming to be at a deficit. Like for me, eating at 2100 calories is good for me. I would probably go lower if I was trying to lose weight faster, but my goal isn't really to reach a certain number by a certain amount of time. I'm more concerned with my health overall and just, you know, making sure I'm not eating an excess amount of calories. But when you are in a calorie deficit, it does force your body to use stored energy as fuel, so that way we are able to experience weight loss. And this is just a whole nother layer. I could probably make another video about how I'm eating or like what to eat, because I think there's also a lot of taboo on avoiding certain foods so heavily. And I mean, we can do that as well, especially as we're looking to do these calorie deficits, is mainly prioritize like whole foods if we can. So if you are able to eliminate more processed foods or a lot of sugars, try to go for that, but I'm not saying exile it completely. One of the biggest things I had to realize was to start looking at calories a little bit more closely. I'm not saying like count every single calorie every single day, but I honestly think until you do at least track one day, it'll help you gauge how much you're actually eating. Like I remember thinking I was eating so healthy, and I would have me some grilled chicken with a side of fries, and then I was like, the fries are more calories than the protein that I'm getting right now. Gauging it like that. Also, watermelon. I love watermelon. I would consider myself a watermelon connoisseur, even though watermelon looks like a healthy thing to consume. Your girl was eating like 4 pounds in one sitting. So when you have to look at how many calories that is, hey Siri, how many calories is 4 pounds of watermelon? Let me search it up.
One eternity later.
Yeah, y'all, it's 551 calories in that sitting, and that's probably what I'm considering a snack for a day, not not a full meal. So we do need to be mindful of like what we're actually putting into our bodies, and like when you start looking at your days of what you're eating, you're able to better gauge, do I actually need this right now? Is it fueling my body? Like currently with my dietitian, I definitely learned a lot speaking with her and have changed my habits overall, and I think that was probably one of the most impactful things I've done to do weight loss intentionally. But yes, that's the foundation. Eating will take it way further than anything else. Number 2, I would say, is moving your body. Guys, y'all would not believe how much of a difference I've noticed once I started walking. I remember one period of time where I was going to Pilates every single day, but at the time my work was a little sedentary. Is that the word? Where you're sitting down? I was sitting down a lot at work, but you know, I would go to Pilates, and then I realized like at the end of the day, I was not walking a lot. I realistically was not moving my body enough throughout the day, especially in comparison to what I'm eating. So like not only am I not expending enough energy throughout the day, I'm also eating like I am. And now it was just too much. But when I say moving your body, it does not mean you have to do extreme workouts or you have to be going to the gym and running on a treadmill at number 7 speed. No, you will be shocked at how impactful walking is. Like right now, my current goal is to do at least 8,000 steps a day, and I've been hitting that, and it just makes a difference, y'all. But honestly, it doesn't have to be walking. It could be running, it could be strength training, it can be jump roping, anything that you like to do. And I realize, I know some people swear by certain exercises, but if there's something you like if you went on TikTok right now to search Stairmasters and doing the Stairmasters for 30 days, you'll see someone with some results. I even did like a challenge of jump roping for 30 days, and I was able to see results from that. Or you'll be able to see someone running for 30 days and they gauge results from that. Just look at different exercises you can do. And also, this is another rabbit hole. I guess I need to do a video about just eating, but I do know that like sometimes, especially depending on what kind of workouts you're doing, you also need to adjust what you're eating too. But that's another video. But just move your body is what I'm telling you right now in terms of weight loss. Move that body. So anyone who knows me knows I drink only water, just about. If I go to a restaurant, I'm not ordering any juice. This brings me into number 3. We need to drink more water. And I'm saying this as someone who was drinking only water. I was not drinking enough water. Like, I was probably only drinking like 1 cupful during the day, and that was nowhere near enough. And I remember when I was going through that period of like, dang, I done gained all this weight, but you know, I'm working out every day. I should be losing something. I wasn't drinking enough water to be able to flush all of that stuff out. So make sure you're getting a good amount of water in. I try to aim for 3 liters. I don't know what's a good health amount for everybody, depending on your body, your exercise level, whatever it may be. But just make sure you're increasing your water intake, because it's hard for your body to function properly if you're dehydrated. And number 4, can you guess what I'm going to say for number 4? I'm just gonna say sleep. Sleep is so underrated, because if you're not sleeping, your body is literally working against you. And I understand everyone has different sleep levels. Like, I know me and one of my friends were comparing like our sleep, and like for my brain, like if it sees that I'm sleeping less than 5 hours, like I could feel how I'm functioning with 5 hours of sleep. I'm no good, but for them, they could do 5 hours and their health thing will not like alert them for that, because they're able to still be a little more functioning. But overall, it's harder to be disciplined when you're tired, when you're exhausted. When you're tired, you're hungrier, you crave more, and then you're not making the best decisions when you're so fatigued. But that's really it. Like, being in a calorie deficit, moving your body, drinking enough water, and getting enough sleep. If you can incorporate those things, and you don't have to do them all at once, just start habit stacking, doing one thing at one time. Like, I know for me, I think sleep was the last thing I was able to get very consistent on. It was first like the water. Like, I was already drinking water, that's easy. But then with my dietitian, you know, when we were changing my eating habits, it was first worrying about breakfast until I locked breakfast in for 2 weeks. Then we started changing lunch. And then once I got lunch locked down, then we could start talking about dinner and snacks and all of that. Like, these things take time, and I think sometimes when we're looking at all 4 things, they can look easy. Like, I'm saying it like it's just simple, but sometimes we need to practice these habits instead of just saying, okay, I gotta do this. And we have to do it in a way that's going to be most beneficial to us, and that we know we can repeat it time and time again. But that's really it. Like, it's not that people don't know this. I'm not saying anything new. You've probably heard this before, but it's true. The problem is we just don't do it consistently, and the consistency part is what's going to take you way further. Like I was saying in my last video, it's not about needing to get on Ozempic or taking Ozempic. It's more about just sticking to the bases and sticking to them long enough to where you can see results. Like, the times I've seen the biggest results and doing those things all intentionally, I felt so slim, I felt so petite, and it was beyond like even worrying about the number. It was like, okay, now I just feel healthier overall. But just be honest with yourself. Are you genuinely confused about weight loss, or are you just avoiding the consistency? And a lot of us, we're avoiding the consistency because the people who get results, they're not doing anything extravagant. They're just doing the regular small steps over and over again. But I'm building discipline in real time, not perfectly, but consistently. So if you are interested in joining us for the journey and you're on your own journey too, subscribe, comment, and like this video, and let me know your thoughts on what you want to do for weight loss, or things that you may have noticed when you started your weight loss challenges.